Roadmap Momentum Leadership Promotion. So this is a promotion open to team leaders and above. So we're going to kind of go over the promotion one more time. So as you can see, the promotion is for the month of September, September 1st to September 30th, 2024, team leaders and higher. So for those of you that in your open line business achieve 25,000 BP, in your open line, you're going to get $1,000 US. 50,000 BP equates to 2,000 US dollars, 75,000 BP, 3,000 US dollars, and 100,000 BP, 5,000 US dollars. So take advantage of this amazing way to earn this September. Those of you that are team leaders and higher, I know you know the promotion. You guys have been seeing the recognition coming, so keep pushing. Take advantage of the September to Remember promotion. Okay, so the starter kits. I want to kind of touch upon these starter kits. So we have the US and the Canadian starter kits. These starter kits, it's a perfect opportunity to leverage these kits right now for the Cabo trip, actually, because remember, even if somebody started at the 300 BP sit, when you upgrade them, you also get those travel points. So make sure you get those last minute push. People that have started at a 300, 1,000, make sure you guys push for upgrades. This is where, that little nominal inch by inch of points and sales is going to push you over the top and make it matter. Every bit of sales that you upgrade matters. So this is a perfect opportunity to upgrade those packages, lock in those extra points. Global updates and expansion. I'm going to fly through this. As you know, Riman is opening Mexico first quarter of 2025. It's an exciting time. If you really take a look at the roadmap for international expansion, Riman is picking markets intentionally where the K-beauty market is hot. But here in the Western Hemisphere, Mexico is one of the biggest markets for K-beauty. It's our neighbor down south. Predominantly the western part of America is predominantly of Mexican heritage. You could literally build in your backyard and build a global organization. It's really exciting. So if you want to go to Mexico, make sure you find plenty of Latinos that speak Spanish. It's going to be a great opportunity. So the Mexico launch schedule is going to be February 2025. This is when all the product training, comp plan, all the materials will be translated, ready for you. March 2025 is the pre-launch, just like how you guys saw Hong Kong go down. It's going to be in that same sequence where online ordering, online enrollment, rank advancing, and then in the third phase, they're going to be able to see their first commissions. As you know, Malaysia as well, this was announced for Q1 2025. Singapore as well. Now, no rule of thumb, Singapore and Malaysia, it's kind of like the US and Canada. When any network marketing company opens, it's opened as a whole for North America. Just like that, Singapore and Malaysia go hand in hand. Their neighboring countries have very similar trade laws. So Singapore was able to get in on that schedule as well. And we have the Philippines, Q2 2025. So probably into March, April, May, that time, we're looking at a pre-launch officially with Riman Philippines, and it's coming to you. And Q3, the land of sushi, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, all the cool stuff, right? Japan is opening Q3. Japan is a neighboring country to Korea, and Korea and Japan, they share very, very similar cultures, and these two countries have that awareness about clean products, efficacy. So we're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor, opening up Japan as well for Q3 2025. So this is the global expansion schedule. As you guys know, the Expert Ritual Experience Kit and the Rad 100 Ritual Experience Kit is coming back, available October 15th. This is by far the greatest recruiting tool, the greatest recruiting for customers. It sells a great experience at a very, very low commitment. Make sure you guys lock in these experience kits. They're coming soon. Skincare, hair care, nutrition, and now we are launching with the color cosmetics. This has been a hype for the past 6 months. Everybody's excited, as you know. The world's leading industry manufacturer of beauty, Cosmax, is making our color cosmetics with our own proprietary formulations, and Pentagram and Interbrand are going to be doing the marketing. This is a very unique marketing agency that's one of the best in the world. They work with major brands like Google, Microsoft, Christian Louboutin, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, these big brands, and they are partnered with Riman, and they will be launching the first batches of lipsticks. So they're going to be coming in sequence, right? They're going to do the color lipsticks the accessories for the eyeliner, the mascara, all the stuff that you've been asking for. And then eventually, as time passes on, as we master the undertones, we're going to be able to have our whole line. So it's exciting. It's going to be able to expand your business, create more revenue, create more commission for your teams. Now, here are some of the showcases of some of the colors. I'm not a big, person that's experienced with makeup or lipstick, but hey, these look great, right? And as you know, Riemann does things differently. They are going to perfect the craft. So moving forward, I'm sure all of you guys have your favorite colors as well. So we're going to kind of go over the Riemann Retreats, the 2025 Cabo Getaway. This is the trip you need to be on. This is a life-changing trip. Remember, this business is all about having that experience, going through growth, having that personal development, personal growth. And oftentimes it happens where? At convention, at conventions, Riemann retreats, Riemann regionals, any big any big event that Riemann is hosting, you want to qualify, get your team there and be there, because this is where all the magic happens. This is where the aha moment happens, but also this is where all those like unforgettable, life-changing memories are made, and you make like the most deepest friendships with people you never thought you would have, right? But from all the people in the world, it's us here at that moment in time, and it's our time. So please qualify for the Riemann retreats. We're gonna have so much fun. When and where? This is gonna be in Cabo, 2025, at the Hard Rock Hotel, Los Cabos, Mexico. As you know, the previous Riemann retreat was at the Hard Rock Hotel in Cancun. So this is gonna be a 5-day, 4-night trip in the spring of 2025. Locked in at May 14th to the 18th, 2025. Stay tuned for more details, for itinerary updates, and also they will be having special announcements for significant others and things like that. So all of that's going to be coming out. So it's going to be very exciting, but make sure, most importantly of all, that you qualify. Okay, so how long do I have to qualify, right? So it started September 14th, the day of our convention, Riemann Roadmap Convention, the day it was announced. That's when it started. And, just to kind of bring you up to speed, there's already some people that qualified the day of by taking advantage of the Riemann Roadmap packages. That has expired, but we still have time to take advantage of our packages and do the upgrades. Okay, how do I qualify? It's simple. It's all about accruing points based on all the momentum creating activities and the Riemann experience, right? So the qualifications is 1,000 travel points. You qualify for a trip for one. 1,500, you get trip for one with $300 airfare reimbursement. 2,500, you get trip for two. So here, if you qualify for trip for two, you and your significant other will qualify. If you want to bring some kids, then we could work out like a pay plan, but make sure you guys get qualified. You cannot go if you do not qualify. So for 3,000 travel points, you get up to $600 in reimbursement, and 2 people get to go. Now, I want to talk about literally the qualifications here, right? So the most important thing right now is in sponsoring, right? So if you sponsor somebody, I'm going to give you like a little cheat code, right? Let's just say you sponsor somebody at the Expert Starter Kit, right? And they got that 300 BP and they locked in 10 travel points and you locked in 10 travel points. But come the end of the month, right? And let's just say you happened to feel a sense of urgency and you felt like you needed more products for a K-pop up or for more clients, and your new recruit, your new planner just upgraded, right? They upgraded to that 1,500 premium starter kit. Well, then what happens is as they upgrade, you're going to lock in an additional 100 travel points additionally on top of that 10 for upgrading them. So can you imagine everybody in your open line business, everybody you upgrade, you're going to lock in that 100 points for everybody you upgrade. Whoever was a customer, they upgrade to planner and get that 1,500 points. But remember, the key is whoever you sponsor, you help them upgrade, you're going to be able to double dip on that travel point sector. So for rank advancing, obviously, if you hit senior manager, you're going to get 100 TP. If you hit team leader, you're going to lock in 300. Director, you're going to get 2,000 travel points. Now, for your monthly performance, now this applies to your team leader group. Now, I have to give you a disclosure. So let's just say in your open line business, you did 10,000 BP, right? And you locked in 100 travel points. And as production started to move along, then you hit the 30,000 benchmark. right? So when you hit your 30,000 BP benchmark, I need to disclose that this is not going to be a double dipper. So it's going to be one or the other as a team leader, right? So if you hit your 10,000 benchmark, you're going to get the 100 TP. If you do 20,000, you'll qualify at 100 TP. If you qualify at 25,000, it's going to be 100 TP. But if you hit the 30,000 threshold or higher, it will just be a flat 200 travel points. So I wanted to kind of reiterate that so you guys understand. Same thing with directors. If you achieve 100,000 BP in your calendar open line director group, you're going to get 300 travel points. However, the caveat is if you're a director and you're building in your open line, you can also qualify for the team leader travel point points that they are going to allocate. Now, remember, for customers, every $100 that you lock in on a customer is going to be 5 points, but I have to explain that there is a cap. So for each customer, there's going to be a $700 cap to qualify for the travel points, meaning every $700 per customer is going to yield you about 35 points per customer that's going to give you those travel points. So make sure you guys double dip on that. And I just want to reiterate, make sure you upgrade. Upgrading is the key. Now, here's another thing I want to kind of touch upon, right? You know, I don't want to beat around the bush or be too sensitive. But this is going to be some high-level leadership talk for the ones that are on the 2-minute drill. The fact of the matter is, in the greatest words of Mary Kay, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar company, but this lady said something that really turned the light bulb on a lot of people of her sales team's heads. And what she said was, nothing happens until you sell something. And that's the case with our business, right? We are in the business of selling skincare. And one thing I want to tell you is because we are not a $400 face cream or an $800 skin cream, you know, these are very affordable products, $60, $90, $39, $50. These are products that people will buy from you on slot. They're going to want the product. I want to try it. I'm going to take it. I'll Venmo you. I'll Zelle you. I'll give you cash. This happens a lot during the K pop-ups. And one thing I want to encourage you is be bold. You know, I've seen many people already knock out the senior manager position by locking in 4 1,500 packs. Now, if you were to upgrade 4 1,500 packs for yourself, and the person you sponsored were to upgrade 4 1,500 packs for themselves, that in itself is already 800 points. You're already almost you're 20% away, 80% qualified for the Cabo trip. So it kind of goes like this, guys. When it comes to building this business, right? If somebody were to offer me a trip to Cabo to clean my room in 1 week, could I clean my room in a week? Yes. Could you do it in a day? Yes. Could you do it in 5 hours? Yes. Could you do it in an hour? Yes. So what this means is it's not the amount of time, but it's the same amount of work. So whether you do it in a day or do it in a week, it's just a decision away. And it's all about making that commitment, having the faith that you are going to make it out on top, and understanding how to really maximize some of these promotions, taking advantage of the upgrades, and also working smart, right? Rather than working hard, you want to work smart. You want to exploit all the leverages that you have, because that's how you're going to win. You want to take advantage, and Riemann is setting forth the roadmap for you to take advantage and leverage a promotion like this. So I really want to touch upon, if you can, make sure you guys upgrade to at least senior manager. You're going to bypass planner manager, lock in that 30% in earnings, and you are going to be pretty much 70, 80% of the way there. So with that said, I just wanted to touch upon it. You guys have to qualify. This Cabo trip is absolutely important. You must qualify. I need to see you there. You guys must be there. This is going to be a life-changing travel event, and you're going to see why. Talk to the team leaders and directors that went to Cancun. They will tell you. So with that said, I'm going to touch upon our Riemann system. Save yourself time, energy, and money. And lo and behold, the focus group, right? So when you play with a Hot Wheel toy, right? Do you guys remember how it would go through these loops and then it would come back down to where the motor is, and it would shoot the car back out? This is the focus group. Another way to put it is it's like when you're cold, you have to be close to the fire. You have to stay close to the fire to stay in the game. It's the same thing. The focus group is what harnesses everything, and it allows you to stay in the game, stay focused, and recharge week after week. And what the focus group actually does is it creates a system where everybody could plug in no watered down information, and everybody's going to get the same information. You know, prior to having a system, it would become like almost a telephone game, right? Somebody said, Sean is right. And then at the end of the tunnel, right, it says, Sean went and turned on the light, right? This is how information changes and information is filtered out. But if you're able to plug into a system, you're going to get 100% of the information 100% of the time. So make sure you get qualified for focus group. And in order to qualify for focus group, you have to become a manager. And that is the first earned rank in our Remon Rewards program. But if you understand how to become a manager, you go through the experience, you have everything you need to go to the top and become wealthy in this company. And all you need to do is master those activities. And in the focus group, that's what we do. We teach how to master the activities, whether it's the language, the intention, how to give an experience. Make sure you guys go manager and qualify for this group. Remon Convention 2025, March. This is going to be our 2-year anniversary. Where are we doing it? Viva Las Vegas. Guys, I think we are almost 95% sold out. The company is already scrambling to get a bigger venue. Make sure you guys get your people locked in. So Friday, we're going to kind of do it different for the team leaders on the call. Friday is going to be the 6 to 9 p.m. team leader party. We usually do it after the Saturday session. This time we're doing it Friday night, all out so we could party. Then Saturday, general session 1 starts at 9 all the way to 7 p.m. And then Sunday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we close out. Make sure you guys lock in your tickets. I'm going to be giving some few announcements. So on the 2-minute drill, I'm going to be bringing up Mr. Timothy Herr, and we have the wonderful North America General Manager, Miss Betty Perez, coming on to root you on, give you some great updates and kind of let you know what's in store and what's in the house. And today, we have the wonderful Miss Karen Kang and Callie Gray leading the opportunity of Remon Revealed at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For a call to action, make sure you guys get on there. So Friday, we will be doing a special Friday training. It's going to be a tag team with me and Mr. Timothy Herr, but Mr. Timothy Herr is going to be dropping some golden nuggets. He's going to be sharing some special information. It's going to be a massive training. Make sure you guys get plugged in. Do not miss this one. And on Saturday, we have the Saturday opportunity overview with Mr. Timothy Herr, Tim Hargett, and Mr. Kai Wynn. Mr. Kai Wynn hosted the last Saturday opportunity, and I think he did an amazing job breaking down the compensation plan, what's in it for you, and what are the benefits. And one thing I want to drop on this call is for the ladies that know men, and for the men on this call, for those of you that don't feel too comfortable marketing makeup and lotions and potions, which it's the biggest moneymaker by far in any industry, this is the perfect opportunity to introduce men and give certain men the amazing exposure to what Remon has to offer. So take it with a grain of salt. Make sure you guys get on all these opportunity calls. And Monday, we have the one and only North America Vice President, the servant leader, Mr. Danny Bay. Man, like, you know, I'm so grateful to have Mr. Danny Bay in our corner, right? You know, he's here rooting for us, you know, serving the community. And he is going to be dropping some golden nuggets to the team leaders on some updates and certain things that we should know. For those of you that are senior managers, I will consider you a team leader candidate. Get it done, get it wrapped up, get the job done, get qualified for this call. And on Monday, we have our Team 1% opportunity overview. Now we have the 2 powerhouse ladies, right? The queen of K-pop up and the queen of social media selling. These 2 ladies are actual powerhouses, women power, you know, women's voice. Make sure you guys get on this opportunity call. It's going to be very, very impactful. It's going to be dynamic, and you're going to get a lot of great information. So it is the period deadline, guys. We are at the cusp. It is September 26th. Urgent. This requires immediate attention. 11:59 Pacific Standard Time, August 31st. It is the pay period deadline. As you know, the last 72 to 48 hours is when we see the biggest rush of volume and sales. Get your ranks wrapped up. All right. So my part here is done, and I have the wonderful, wonderful honor of bringing up my business partner. I call him the GOAT, the greatest of all time. In his career, spanning 30 years, he's created numerous multimillionaires. Some of them that are actually in this company. We've all come full circle, and it's quite an exciting journey to be here. So without further ado, please help me welcome my partner, National Director, Mr. Timothy Herr. Welcome to the call.
Chris Cam, you know what? I'm super fired up tonight. Man, this is an exciting time. This is my favorite time of the year. I honestly feel like when it's the pay period deadline, man, this is the time to shine. There's so many great things are going to happen right now as we close out this month in a major way. And tonight, I'm going to give everybody, mainly for you that are brand new, kind of really how to really close out in a really big way. I think that's one of the biggest things that can help you really slingshot your momentum, is creating a culture as you start to develop your organization, is really creating a culture so people can maximize their earning potential. And that's really is really focused in around the close up pay period deadline and closing out the month strong. So I'm just going to jump into this real quickly and just kind of fly through this information, because I know everybody's excited to get a chance to be able to hear from, obviously, Ms. Betty Perez. So I want to just go through this real fast. But I want to make sure that everybody, when you walk off this call, when you get off this call, that you really walk away with a lot of great value. Just like, Mr. Chris Kim said, Monday, 11:59 is pay period deadline. Obviously, as we close out here this month in a major way, this is a moment in time that'll never be recreated again, never be duplicated again. And it's all about creating a massive amount of urgency so everybody can have the most amount of success they possibly can. And I'll talk about what that looks like. Everybody knows right now, the biggest thing that a brand new person wants to do is what, right? Go manager. So realize that we've got to accrue 3,000 bonus points between you and all your level 1 recruits combined. Once that accumulates to 3,000 bonus points, guess what happens? Bam, you automatically become a manager. Everybody wants to be a manager right now to get focus group qualified. Understand the fact that if you have one recruit, you can account up to 1,500 points from one personal recruit. So you're allowed to account out of that 3,000, you can account up to 1,500 from one personal recruit. So once you've accumulated 3,000, bam, you're off to the races, you're manager. That's the most important step in the entire process of becoming successful at Remon. I can tell you that that's it. Like, if people ask me, say, what, brand new person, what should they do? Get to manager as soon as possible. Get yourself qualified for the focus group. That's the magic. That's where the magic takes place. Once you start getting on that call and you start getting that next level coaching, that next level leadership development, you're going to be able to walk away on every call just a little bit better than you were the call before. And that's the process of growth and development. It's all about learning how to do this, mastering it. And that's step 1, bam, go manager. Step number 2, obviously you want to go senior manager, right? If you've already ranked advanced manager, you know what you're doing right now. You're laser focused on becoming a senior manager, accrue 6,000 bonus points, up to 3,000 from one recruit. And obviously manager and senior manager, that 3,000 and 6,000, that's over a 3-month period. So we want to make sure that we get that done. Don't wait 3 months, do it right away. If you can do it in 3 months, you can do it in 1 month. It's the same amount of work. If you can do it in 1 month, you can do it in 1 week. It's the same amount of work. So just realize that it's great to have a sense of urgency and just sharing obviously the Remon opportunity, the Remon products, but we've got to get you to senior manager so we can unlock the most amount of money. So I'm going to talk a little bit about going senior manager. Obviously, you can sell your way there. If you go out and you promote, obviously get 10 customers at 300 bonus points. That's 3,000 bonus points. This is an example. You obviously earn $300 for getting that done. Bam, but more importantly, you rank advanced to manager, right? You become a manager. What happens? Boom, right? You do another 10 customers at 300 BP. That's another 3,000. That'll accumulate what? 3,000 plus 3,000. Boom, that's 6,000. You earn $600, obviously, for getting those customers. And more importantly, you rank advanced to senior manager. And, obviously that's where you want to be, right? Everybody knows that. That's the first step, is getting to manager, getting to senior manager. Then you're off to the races, going to the team leader position. Let's talk a little bit about what it looks like. Another way is, obviously, if you get started with a $1,500 set, obviously a lot of people do that, and you get a $1,500 set, you're going to get obviously the rebate, the 10% rebate, $75 Remon cash, $75 cash, Remon dollars. You're going to get $150 on that. You sponsor somebody that does the same thing, you're going to get 5% because you're a planner, right? You're going to make that 5% override. Now you just hit, guess what? Manager, right? So you're going to become a manager the next day. Once you become a manager, you start earning manager pay. So the next day, whatever it might be, you get another person started, $1,500 set, bam, at 10%. Now you earn $150. And obviously you get a third planner at $1,500, boom. Obviously you get another $150. Very simple. Get it done. And that's one way to do it. We'll talk a little bit about, obviously, if you get started with the smaller set right now, the smallest set available is obviously the X-Line starter set, right? A lot of times people will do what you do, not what you say, right? So if you get the small set, be aware that most people that you bring in are going to duplicate what you do, right? So if you have 20, it take you 20 people at 300 to get that 6,000 plus. So sponsoring 20 people is a little bit more of a challenge if you're doing it through sponsorship. So it's a lot smarter. Most people is realize if you get started with obviously the 1,000 set, if people duplicate what you do, you'd have 5 planners do the same thing, and now you're at 6,000. So what's easier to sign up 23 people or five, right? The answer is obvious, right? It's easier to sign up 5 people than 20 people, right? So it's always important to lead by example. That's why a lot of people upgrade at the end of the month. A lot of upgrades happen right now because people are like, wait a second, I got started with this smaller set. I love the products. I know they work. I'm going to get a bigger set. And you're allowed to do that within your first 30 days. Now, remember, Mr. Chris Kim talked about it. If you sponsor somebody that upgrades, the sponsors receive travel points, right? If they get one of these sets, the travel points will roll up to the sponsor. So if you sponsor somebody, when you sponsor people, that you're going to earn travel points as well. So they can earn as many of these starter sets as possible, right? So you want to help people get started, help them obviously upgrade. The biggest, smartest move that most people make is they get started at 1,500. It only takes 3 people to do the same thing at 1,500. Obviously, get started wherever you feel confident, where you feel comfortable. That's completely up to you. But I always like to kind of illustrate this because it's super important to understand that people will duplicate what you do, right? So when you get a bigger starter set, yeah, some people that you sponsor are going to get a smaller starter set. They're going to get a medium starter set. But when you raise that bar, bam, other people will do the same thing. So I always try to lead by example. I'm going to show you one little thing that was taught to me when I got started that I was like, wow, this is exciting. And I'm just going to touch on it for people that are more business minded, going senior manager. You understand from 0 to 3,000, you're going to get paid 10%, right? That's going to be obviously your rebate or your commissions if you sell. From 3,000 to 6,000, what you earn is 20%, right? So very simple, right? If you sold 3,000, you would earn 300. If you sold another 3,000, you'd earn 600. But there's one thing that is kind of like, I don't want to say it's like a cheat code, but it's something that's really awesome. If you leapfrog past planner, right, and you start at senior manager and you hit it in one day, you're going to leapfrog past planner and you're going to get obviously manager pay on all of that. So let me give an example. If you leapfrog past senior manager, so what happens is if you put in 6,000 bonus points in one day, it's just important to understand this, okay? I know some of you are like, man, you know what? I'm not really that business minded. I'm not really going to do something like that. It's not a big deal at all, but it's important to understand that it does exist. So if you are a little bit more business minded, or you enroll people that are a little bit more business conscious, they're going to say, wait a second, if I can start off at senior manager day one, that's kind of a no brainer, right? So a lot of people like to do that because if you can sell the products, it's kind of a no brainer. But if you get 6,000 in one day, you're going to get that 1,200 rebate if you get the 4 packages yourself, three of the 1,500 sets. But guess what happens, right? The next day, you're going to start getting paid as a senior manager. But since you leapfrog past planner, you get manager pay on all that volume. So let me give you an example, right? If I get 4 of these starter sets, right, and I get there in one day, what happens is this: I get 6,000 bonus points, but don't even think about doing this. This is very important to understand. Do not even think about doing this if you don't think you can sell the products, right? If you're just kind of getting started and you're just kind of getting familiar with it, but if you're like, wait a second, I know I can sell these products easily, it kind of makes sense a little bit to do something like that because now you have this products on you. Like when Chris and I got started, what do you think we did, right? Right away, we bought, obviously, we needed the products, right? Because we knew we were going to be getting people started. When people got started, we want to be able to have them have products on site, So right when people came over to our house, they got started. They walked out with one of the premium sets already because we had them on hand. And then when they ordered it, boom, they obviously ordered it back to my house. So that's one of the things that obviously, we did at the beginning. I know there are people that are doing that, but it's completely something that I would not recommend if you don't feel confident that you can promote these products, right? If you're kind of learning how to do it, then do not get started, obviously, with 4 premium sets. That's a big commitment, and it's not for everybody, okay? Not for everybody. So realize once you hit your planner, you get 3,000 in personal volume, boom, you earn 10%, you get $300. When you hit manager and you do the same amount of volume, you're at 20%. So now you make $600, right? If you're a senior manager, you do that same amount of volume, 3,000 in personal volume and as customers, you earn 900. And if you do 3,000 as a team leader, you earn 1,200. So it's important to upgrade because if you're going to be doing the work anyways, you want to rank advance as soon as possible. So get yourself to planner. If you're a planner, get yourself to manager as soon as possible. Why? So you earn more money, right? And as senior manager, earn more money. And I know some of you aren't money motivated, but the reason why you want to earn money in Remon, if you're not money motivated, is if you earn money, you can show other people how to do it, right? So it's so super important to make as much as you can. Why? So you can help other people do the same thing. Because a lot of people that you enroll in Remon are going to be, guess what? Money motivated, right? So it's super important to make sure you take advantage of making as much as you can so you can help other people do the same thing, right? It's kind of like if you don't know something, you can't teach it, right? So the more money that you earn, the more you can help other people do it, right? It's always a good idea to lead by example. That people always ask me, is like, how do you help your people? I help my people by doing a lot of business, right? The best way you can help your people is by showing them how to do it, right? That's the most, people always ask me, like, what's the best leadership? Example, right? When you're leading by example, when you're out there getting customers and you're out there signing up new planners, what does that teach your new people? It's super simple. It teaches your people how to do it. Why? Because they're watching you. You know, everybody that has kids know, right? Your kids watch you and they're going to emulate you, right? So it's the same thing. It's like any of you that think back to when you were in high school, when you were a kid, right? And you had a teacher, everybody could emulate the teacher, right? I mean, it's just like you could just emulate what they would sound like, and you could, like we used to make, I don't want to say make fun of, but we would always be able to sound like them, right? And it's like, that's really what people learn by your example. So set the example, set the tone, set the pace. You're the pace setter of your organization. It's a no-brainer. September volume. The reason why pay period is such a big deal is because all the volume that comes in September on the last day of the month at 11:59 Pacific. So everything that happens in September, all that volume, guess what? We're going to get paid October 15th in payday. So what does that mean? That means the last 48 hours of the month, we do so much. About 40% of the volume comes in the last 48 hours of the month. Why does that happen? Because everybody's upgrading like crazy. So you don't want to wait to be a manager. You don't want to wait to be a senior manager. Let me explain to you what I'm saying. Don't hit senior manager or manager, senior manager. Do it now. Don't hit it at the last day of the month, okay? Because there's going to be a major surge of volume that comes in at the end of the month. And if you're a manager, you're going to earn manager pay on that volume. If you're a senior manager, guess what? You're going to earn senior manager pay on all that volume. So you want to make sure you maximize your income. So let me explain what I'm talking about. Let's say today you hit manager, right? If you hit a manager or you hit senior manager tonight before 11:59 p.m., guess what that means? The 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, those next 4 days, what are you doing? Bam, you're getting paid as what? Manager, senior manager, right? So you're getting paid on all that massive surge of volume that comes in. You're earning that income. But if you wait till the last day of the month, and there's a lot of you that will do that, a lot of you that will wait, and I can't stress this enough, right? If you're a manager, senior manager, you need to make sure your people understand if you wait till the last day of the month and you hit it on the last day, on October 1st, you're going to start getting paid as a manager, senior manager. So it's so critical to focus right now and get manager done. Get senior manager done. If you're on your way to manager, you're on your way to senior manager, wrap it up now. If you get it done today before 11:59, bam, you get paid tomorrow. If you get it done tomorrow, you get paid, boom, on the 28th. So the key is sense of urgency, right? You got to have a sense of urgency and a fear of loss. That's how I've always built in this industry, right? A sense of urgency and a fear of loss, right? A fear of loss meaning if you don't talk to your friends, somebody else will. If you don't put the products on somebody else's face, somebody else will. Somebody else is going to enroll in your neighborhood and start signing up all your neighbors, right? Somebody else is going to enroll in your family under someone else and start putting the product on your family. So I always work this business with a sense of urgency and a fear of loss, right? And I can tell you right now, there's never been a better time to hit manager because we're on the verge of a major business harvest. So what are the impending events right now? Obviously, all volume for pay period deadline, right? For your payday, you got to get all the volume in, right? So every customer order, all the volume, everything that you want to get in. This is if you get something on October 1st, what are those people going to say, right? What are those people? Why didn't you get me started, right? At the end of the month, right? If you get somebody started at the end of the month, they're going to have more urgency, right? They're going to have more urgency to hit manager. They're going to have more urgency to hit senior manager. You want to create urgency, right? Urgency is the name of the game. All upgrades, you understand, all the upgrades that can happen if somebody's within their first 30 days, all those upgrades have to happen. Right? They have to happen. So you want to get them in by the end of the month. So there's an upgrade party right now. Everybody right now in the organization is upgrading like crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And everybody's upgrading because they know that guess what? People do what you do, not what you say. Obviously, if you're manager or higher and you get 10 customers, you can activate your Remon rewards, right? Next month, it's going to be auto ship customers. Right now, it's only active customers. So everybody wants to get their Remon dollars. Get your 10 customers. You unlock that extra Remon dollar bonus that's available, right? Customers for pay. If you're a manager, a senior manager, or a team leader, or whatever, you got to get your customers in to be able to obviously get paid. If not, the income will carry forward to obviously November. So everybody's running hard to get all their customers in, get their 3, get their 5, whatever customer requirements are available at those positions. But the biggest thing is this: qualify your team for manager. Okay, get everybody qualified for manager. Get everybody qualified for team leader. Get everybody qualified for whatever position they're running for. Right? You want to make it happen right now. The timing is now. Okay, so who do we want to follow up with? Who have you already introduced to Remon? Think about that. Who have we already introduced to the opportunity? Who have we already introduced to the products? A lot of us have talked to people about the product. I don't know how people can't, I don't know how to be quiet about this. People ask me, it's like, how do you build this? I'm like, how can you not talk to everybody? Like, I know that I've got a product that will knock 5 years off your face. How would I not tell people about that? Even if I didn't get paid on it, I would feel obligated to tell people about it, right? You don't want to be at a family reunion to be the only one there looking good. You want all your family to look good, right? You don't want all your friends to look good. So guess what? Talk to people. Put the product, find a face and slap some product on. Man, that's it. You use the product. It's used. Talk about the product. Demo the product. That's it. How many tiger grass conversations did you have today? That's it. What's the difference between me and you? I just have more tiger grass conversations than you. I'm talking about tiger grass all the time. I love that story. So I talk about how many tiger grass conversations are you having, right? All you got to do is, guess what? All the people we've already introduced, we've got to follow up with them and get them enrolled, get them as planners, get them as customers. Who's thinking about getting started? Who you talk to is like, yeah, you know what? And they're on the fence. Shake them off the fence. Get them in. Help them get started right now, right? Who do you have right now as a customer? Any customer that you have, follow up, make sure that have they tried the Bodo Lab yet? Have they tried the hair, the hair products? Have they tried the Swamel body lotion, right? You've got to make sure that right now is the follow up. So you want to follow up with all your planners. Who are your planners? Make sure you're following with them, making sure you're helping them take massive action. And obviously, who do you need to still show the business to? Who do we have? Who have we not talked to about the Remon opportunity? Who have we not talked to about the Remon products? Who do you know that you haven't put product on their face? That's it. Like, there's no magic to this. Find a face and slap some product on it. Find a face and slap some product on it. That's how we make money. The more faces that you can put product on, the more money you're going to make. It's not hard. Like, got to realize I'm not smart at all. I know some of you are really educated and you think a lot and you remember things. You're like, oh, well, I talked to somebody and they said no, and you can remember that. I'm too busy talking to somebody else. And somebody said no, I forgot about them. Right? I'm not smart enough to remember somebody that rejected me. I'm talking to the next person. You cannot debate the fact that your face looks better. You know it. And so will all your customers. All you got to do is get the product, find a face and put some product on it, man. That's really it. So call to action. I'm a big call to action guy. Get some people on the call tonight. I would encourage you to get 5 guests. It's not about can or can't. It's about will or won't. That's it. If I told you right now, I would give you $1,000 to get 5 guests on the call tonight. Could you do it? You better believe it. So it's not about can or can't. And I want to make sure you understand, I'm not giving you $1,000 if you get 5 guests, right? My wife would kill me. But what I'm saying is, if I did, could you? Absolutely. So it's not about can or can't. It's about will or won't. This business comes down to will or won't. You know you can do it. You know you can talk to people. I know somebody said, well, I'm not really good at talking to people. You don't have to be. The products do all the work for you. The products are the superstar. The number one producer in Remon is who? Products. All we do is utilize the products. Let the products do the heavy lifting for you. Don't wait to hit manager. Don't wait to hit manager on pay period deadline. Please don't wait till the last day of the month. Do it now so you can make that manager money on that surge that comes in the last 48 hours. Don't wait. The time is now. Let's make it happen. Obviously, manager hire, get obviously your 10 customers. Unlock your extra 5% Remon dollar rewards and obviously qualify for the Cabo retreat. You got to get to Cabo. We're going to have so much fun in Cabo, but I want to get myself out of the way. Everybody knows pay period deadline Monday, 9:30, right? 9:30, 11:59 Pacific, last day to sneak in volume. You want to sneak in all the volume you can, sneak in all the orders you can, sneak in all the business you can, because this time's never going to be recreated again. This moment in time is never going to be duplicated again. And you've got to make a decision in your mind right now that says, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to step up. I'm going to get the job done. Over, under, through, I'm going to make it happen. You got to be a warrior for your family. Your family deserves for you to win. Your family deserves for you to make it happen. But you got to make up your mind right now that I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. Right? And look, you can't find a wrinkle. You can't find a wrinkle. You cannot convince me you can't find a wrinkle. Find a wrinkle. That's it. Find a wrinkle and let's go after it. Literally, we are on a war against wrinkles right now. We're knocking wrinkles off people's faces faster than ever before. All I'm letting you know right now is what? You can do it. You can make it happen, but you've got to decide right now, I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to step up. I'm going to get out of line. I know some of you are new, are like, man, this guy is wild. This guy's fired up. How can you not be? How can you not be? I found the rewind buttons for people's face. I got a rewind button for everybody's face. What? Oh, what? I can hit rewind on your face. Let's take you back 5 years. You want to get aggressive? Put a little bit more product on. We'll take you back 10 years. That's it. Like, we're literally making everybody beautiful again. Like, we're making everybody beautiful again. How can you not get excited about that? What are we talking about? We're making everybody beautiful. Man, I'm getting pumped up right now. I can't even talk about this. So I'm going to get myself out of the way. I know everybody jumped on this call not to hear from Chris or I. They jumped on the call to hear from Miss Betty Perez, talk about the future of Remon and what's happening right now. I couldn't be more fired up. Obviously, you guys can tell that by now, right? You can tell, right? Tim can't be any more fired up. My head might pop off my shoulders, but we have the cheat code to rewinding people's face. Like we can make everybody look the best they've ever looked. Hit rewind, hit rewind, hit rewind. Woo! Put the product, find a face, find a wrinkle. Let's go. Look at that. Find a wrinkle. All we got to do. So I'm excited. I got to stop talking right now. I'm probably scaring all the brand new people. Like, what is this guy's on another planet? What is wrong with this guy? But Miss Betty Perez is somebody that she's like my little sister. Okay. I've known her since she was 17 years old. Right. And I've watched her become a powerhouse in this industry. And she could do it as a distributor. I've seen her do it as a distributor, crush it, six-figure earners distributor, came over to corporate. And that's where she really shines because she understands the heart of each and every one of us. She understands where we're coming from, where how this business works and about like, man, making it happen. And I just love working with people like Miss Betty Perez, Mr. Danny Bay, because they have such a servant heart. And I'm telling you right now, you might not have ever heard her or met her, but I'm telling you right now, she cares about you. She wants to see you win. And I'm telling you, that's remarkable. So I'm fired up like never before. The general manager, the leader of North America. Let me get myself out of the way and hand it over to the one and only Miss Betty Perez. Welcome to the call.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tim. And I think I saw Tara just post in the comments. I think we all saw Tim's head just pop off. And I'm going to just say this meeting is definitely, it is on another level. And it's appropriately named the 2-minute drill. And, you know, I actually didn't know what you meant by that. And I asked you and you said it, hey, Betty, you know, in football, it's the last 2 minutes where all the points are scored. And I just thought, wow, like, I love it. I love it. And it just, you know, I was thinking about this team and your name, Team 1%, you know, and there is so much depth. There's so much significance in the name of this team, Team 1%. I mean, that is basically saying, hey, look, if you're a part of this team, you know, we do the things that other people may not do. And we're willing to get uncomfortable and we're willing to go out there to truly, you know, just do a deep dive and experience life on a whole nother level. And so I definitely can see that from this call. And for those of you who I haven't met, my name is Betty. Like Tim said, Betty Perez. I have the honor to serve you here in Remon, North America. And, you know, I am just so excited. Like Tim said, as Tim is excited and everybody else on this call is, I am too, you know, and it's so great to meet you if this is the first time that we're meeting. And I invite you to this circle of just all being excited because the truth is we're doing something really special. You know, we're doing something really special here at Remon, but more importantly, we're doing something really special from many, many years ago. And, you know, there was a lot of neat things that were happening, but the truth is I needed to happen for my family. I needed to do something for my name. I had people I had to take care of. You know, I had a mother, I grew up with a single mom and I had to take care of her. It was just something that was in my heart and in my mind. And that's why I chose this industry. And so I know that there is a reason why you're on, as to why you chose to not just use the products, but to share the products and you know, and work this business. And we are so aware of that. I want you to know we are so aware of that. And we are so grateful that you have chosen Remon as a vehicle to help you get there. You know, there couldn't be a better time for you to get started at Remon. We are so new. Hardly anybody knows of us here in North America, and really hardly anybody knows of us in the world. But we are on a mission to make sure that people know of us because we believe that our products should be known. We believe that our products should be in the hands of as many people as possible because our products really do create a difference that empowers people to be their best self, you know? And so we're super mission driven, you know, and we're excited to do it with the folks that have chosen us to be a part of Remon. And, you know, it's just such an exciting time because it's been less than 2 years. Definitely, you know, people are hearing about us thanks to you, thanks to all the people on this call, and of course the rest of Remon. We're growing, but like I said, there's so much work to be done. Of course, we have our wonderful products that is that's enough. We don't need anything more. But if you came to know, being who he is, he always has more things to do, more things to make. And we're on the verge of so many new product launches over the course of the next 12 months, 24 months, and really in a matter of months for one big topic that we unveiled at conference, which was makeup. You know, the launch of makeup is coming, and every single day we are working on it. And let me tell you something, it is so, so cool, you know. And one thing with our makeup launch that's coming in a matter of just, you know, just time here, is that it's going to be different. It's not that it's just color, and it's not just that skincare and makeup go together, but it's going to be Rimonized. I don't think I've ever said that before, and I'm going to use it from now, because we are taking this concept, right, of makeup, and we're making it different. You know, this is going to have all of the properties of Bianco. It's going to have all the properties of Jeju Lava Energy Water. It's going to have the properties of high technology, and it's going to be good for your skin, you know. So we're super excited for that, but that's not it. Like, we are working on so many other things as well, you know, because again, we believe that ultimately we just want to empower people. We want to give you the tools to feel like your very, very best self. And so really there is so much going on beyond just products and product categories that we're launching. There's also a lot of new tools that are coming your way. There's one tool specifically that you'll be seeing here very, very soon, which is part of the experience kit system. If you guys like an experience kit, can you just drop a little heart in the comment box below? Because we're super excited about that. We truly believe that in the short time that they've been around, and they're not available all the time, I know, they have been a game changer, and they're going to continue to be a game changer, because it's just about exposure. It's about showing people these products. And while the experience kit is so simple, right? It's all in, you know, just this piano box, and it says step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Well, how would you like, you know, tools that you can just send a quick video on the experience kit, right? It's like, here's experience kit, here's a video, you know. And so we've been working on a few things that we're going to be launching here very soon in October. So truly there's just no better time. We have so many things that we're working on, so many ideas, you know, and this team, I just want to say thank you. Your senior directors, your directors, there's too many to mention. But you know, you guys know who they are. They've been so instrumental in giving us feedback on what more you want to see. So here's the bottom line. The truth is, it's not Remon corporate, and it's not just the chairman who is making Remon every day and Remonizing things, right? It's all of us. We are working together to make something truly special. Yes, for Remon, but more importantly for you, because again, you chose Remon for a reason. You chose to be a part of the business opportunity for a reason. We're so, so mindful of that. So I want to leave you with this quote because I thought it was so neat, you know, and I thought it was so just fitting for the end of the month, because the end of the month, here's what's going to happen. Some of you guys are about to rank advance to the positions of team leader, to the positions of senior manager, to director, to all these different ranks. And the truth is, next month won't look like this month. Okay. And the truth is that there is a lot of differences that will come with this new rank for so many different reasons. But it starts with making sure that we take action, and then we close out the month as best possible. And we give it all. We give it 100%. 100% of all of our efforts to make sure that that October 1st looks very different than September 30th. And I saw this quote and I thought, man, I want to share this, and I want to end with this. It says, real generosity toward the future lies in giving all to the present. Okay, I'm going to read this one more time. I want you to hear this. Real generosity toward the future lies in giving all to the present. That means if you really want to invest in the future, you got to give it all today, you know? And I just thought that was so good. I was like, dang, that's so good, because the truth is, you know, these big moments we're waiting for, you know, whether it's senior director, national director, you know, or some other thing that has nothing to do with Remon. The truth is, you know, one of my favorite books, 0 to 1, says that the future is nothing but a set of moments yet to come. Moment plus moment plus moment plus moment equals your future. Looking back to my 17 years, you know, I could, if we, you know, we could just sit around, I could, you know, just share a little bit of my story. I could tell you how I had no idea how this moment plus this moment plus this moment plus this moment was adding up to Remon. And Remon is by far one of the best things that's happened to my life, as I've gotten to meet you guys and so many more people that we're going to meet and do something so special. So that said, let's close out the month, not just to have a great month, but to invest in your future, to be generous to your future and do something real neat. family and real special. So Tim Herr, Chris Kim, our national directors, our very first ever national directors, my brothers, thank you so much for having me on this call today. It's been an honor.
Hey, you got me fired up. I know everybody, I'm speaking for everybody. Everybody's excited right now. We're going to make it happen in a major way. I'm so fired up. I'm so excited. I appreciate everybody carving out some time. Thank you so much, Betty Perez. Thank you so much, Chris Kim, for jumping on here. Thanks to each and every one of you. Let's close this month out bigger and stronger than ever before. And let's make it happen together. God bless each and every one of you. See you at the top, everybody.